Sparta and Athens flipped classroom, two greatnesses compared. Sparta and Athens were the two main polis of ancient Greece. Let us now take a closer look at the origins of Sparta. Tradition traces the constitution of Sparta to the legislator Lycurgus, who would have lived in the 8th century BC. Sparta's constitution was called oligarchic, that is, it limited access to so-called citizenship to a few. Through citizenship, citizens of ancient Greece had privileges, and other citizens did not. In Athene, on the other hand, power was in the hands of the 9 archons chosen from among the members of the landed aristocracy, who were joined by another body, the noble council of the Areopagus. In Athens, throughout the 7th century BC, there were a series of social conflicts due to the fact that part of society was against the privileges of the large landowners. Also in Sparta, landowners were the ruling class and were called Spartiates, who were the only ones who could be citizens of Sparta and thus could enjoy certain privileges. Spartiates also participated in Sparta's warfare and political activity. Let's look at the social classes in detail. Spartiates, who were considered citizens. 2. The allotments. The allotments worked the lands of the Spartiates under conditions of servitude. 3.
The Perieci.
The Periac people were artisans and merchants who were free but lacked political power. In Sparta, there were 2 kings who managed the political and military function of the city. The members of the most important assemblies, of which there were 2, were elected by the Pella, a body composed of the Spartiati. The first of the 2 assemblies was the Gerousia, which had political functions. The second was the one composed of the ephors had the task of controlling the actions of the 2 Spartan kings. In Athens, one politician succeeded in solving the problem of social conflicts, Solon, who in 594 A.C. succeeded in reforming the Athenian orders. Thanks to Solon, debt slavery was abolished and 4 social classes were established. 1. Wealthy Pentacosio Medimnoi, who could become archons, knights, and zeugids, intermediate classes who could gain access to lesser offices. 3. The Thetis. The Thetis were the poorest. Everyone could participate in the ecclesia, which was an assembly where people voted on issues and problems that affected the interests of the entire population. In Sparta, the military aspect was very important. Women enjoyed freedom of behavior, which was not all that common in Greek polis. Men, on the other hand, were subject to strict military discipline. The Spartan army became increasingly efficient and fearsome, in fact, in the 6th century BC. Sparta extended its rule over most of the Peloponnese. Returning to Athens, it should be emphasized that despite Solon's reforms, it was only during the tyranny of Pisistratus that social conflicts were almost completely alleviated. Pisistratus ruled between 561 and 527 A.C. He succeeded in further alleviating social inequalities, and Athens experienced a period of intense development by boosting trade and merchant trade in the Mediterranean. Inevitably, the 2 powers would come to confrontation. In fact, in the 5th century BC, now free from common danger even, transpires and Athens broke out in a conflict that would last many years, the Peloponnesian War.